while they were selling these young ladies on the internet to these Johns. And they would keep every dollar too. That's how they made their money. They didn't make it by music. They simply used the music platform to lure these women in. Please consider that my daughter was an honor student who graduated high school in 2012 with almost an associate's degree in biology, and she was attending college for dental in 2015 when he made his broken promises and forced her into prostitution.
If it's love, I want everything. Touch my soul, touch my heart, don't judge my mental. They told me that life is simple, been real since Papa Pimple. I started out in the rental, Sonata, the presidential. Speak once and listen twice. They told me that less is simple.
What's going on? We Need a Reset TV family. This is Gravitating Away, and I'm reporting to y'all, man. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending how you see this matter, the rapper, man, Cash Out. As you know, last week, he was found guilty along with his mother and his brother. But today, he has officially been sentenced to multiple life sentences plus 70 years for human sexual trafficking, man. I have mixed feelings and I want to get to it, and I promise you I'll be quick, but I want to show you the judge's ruling, and most notably, I want to show y'all, if y'all can have patience to listen to Cash Out himself speak. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when he was speaking on this matter, I believe Cash Out. I do. I've been in the street and I've seen what a woman will do if they need money. And sometimes the courts twist these things and make it more dramatic than it has to be because of a name. And if the name holds weight, it turns to a circus show and all type of media involvement, man. But without a further ado, man, I'm about to drop this video. In the meantime, man, Spike Lee this joint, do the right thing. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, during the course of this trial, the court heard and viewed evidence demonstrating the very worst of human behavior toward other human beings. The jury verdict in this case reflects that the state met its burden in proving beyond a reasonable doubt. On count 1, violation of the Georgia RICO Act, 20 years to serve in confinement to run consecutive with count 10. On count 10, rape, life in confinement. Count 12, aggravated sodomy, life in confinement to run concurrent.
Okay, so y'all heard the judge's ruling, or rather sentencing guidelines. I want y'all to check out Cash App and his response to everything that's going on. And this was right before the judge gave him multiple life sentences.
Show remorse to, crimes that they have done, but I can only show remorse to the people that I know that was in this trial, which is Kiara Adams, Deanna Sanders, and Jasmine Brown. Not remorse on behalf of like I did anything to them, because if you know me, and people who really know me know that I wouldn't force anybody to do anything. I met women, I dated women who were doing escort or whatever, however people want to look at it from a moral standpoint, but who was doing these things as a grown woman. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced, nothing was coerced or anything of that nature. If you notice, before this trial, no woman can say anything about me before this trial. If you notice, before this indictment, no woman can say anything about me before this indictment. I get the situations that people are put in when they're faced with a certain type of crime or a certain type of time, and they're bullied into this situation to put the blame on someone, or to put the blame on Cash Out, or to put the blame on someone who's at the top. That's why I didn't really fought them for their decision. I didn't fault Deanna Sanders for making her decision during a profit. Never held them in prison or held them in slavery or said, you can't leave me or you can't do this. Every woman you seen come on this stand showed you that they left and came back willingly on their own.
When you hear Cash App, man, I'm sorry, I keep saying, my bad, y'all, Cash Out. When you hear him speak, if you didn't understand where he was coming from, then maybe you've never seen this lifestyle of prostitution and the escort service. And I do see the hypocrisy, right? The hypocrisy in a culture where sexual deviancy is promoted. You got OnlyFans out here. You got all of these porn sites, and this is billions and billions dollars worth of a business, right? This is what that business is garnering in. I know, and I can share this story, man. When I was really, really young, and I leave it there, I knew so many women who were older than me and women my age that knew I knew certain things. And they would come to me and ask me about how to get involved in certain things. I'm trying not to incriminate anything here, y'all. Stay with me. And they just wanted safety and protection to do what it do, if you know what I'm talking about, to make that bread, but still be safe out here, have the right clientele come in and provide certain cash. In this case, Marinica Vinny, that's Cash Out's mom, she was involved. Big mistake right there. His brother was involved. Big mistake right there. And the reason why I say it, this is the type of business you don't want family involved. See, you might have all your ducats in a row, all your ducks in a row, whatever, but your family is out here. You can't really attest for what they do. You can't control for what other people do in a business that you want to get involved in. But my conclusion is this, man. Listening to Cash Out speak, I will say this. I do believe him. Now, I'm not coming from an angle of morality. If it's strictly about morality, then yeah, you're going to think I'm crazy for defending him. And you're going to see everything wrong with a woman selling herself. But what is the limits that we blame others for grown women or men that involves in themselves in selling their body? Something that's supposed to be so precious, but we put the blame on others. I don't believe this was a situation of grape, any of that stuff. The problem with Cash Out is there's a way you do this. And he did it the normal way that I've seen so many people get football numbers, because they're out here thinking they're providing a service that's, you know, pretty PG in terms of it ain't that bad. I ain't out here committing B&Es. I'm not doing strong arm robberies. I ain't hurting nobody. That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. And especially in the South and the country at large, we're at a time where you get involved in this stuff, it's over for you. But realistically, I can be honest with y'all and say I see the human side of where Cash Out was coming from. He helped provide a service where, yes, he was the top face of it, but I don't think he should be responsible for grown women deciding to partake in something that y'all view as immoral. I think grown men and women can do what they want. That's my take on this. What say y'all in the comment section? Let me meet y'all there. This was Gravitating Away on We Need a Reset TV. And the entire outlook needs a reset when it's involving adults. Anything involving children, I'm not touching that. You're flat out wrong. I don't care if the person wanted to do it. If they're underage, you should leave that shit alone. But grown people that willingly partakes in that activity, not only leave when they want, but comes back when they want, I'm sorry, it's hard for me to see them in the light of a true victim when I know real victims in, you know, sexual trafficking that needs a voice versus people that saw a way to get back. That's just how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but y'all let me know in the comment section. I'ma holla at you.